Biospatial is a network-based engine to store environmental and biodiversity data in many different ways. And it's scalable and it supports large amount of data. The engine supports many different types of data. In types of geospatial data, it supports vector data, as it could be points, lines, polygons, multi-lines, multi-polygons, and also raster data to represent continuous measurements in the surface. In the raster, it can support indexing in space and time, and we can extract these data sets as multi-dimensional arrays. So examples of this would be variables of biodiversity importance, bioclimatic variables, or other remote sensing variables. It also supports non-spatial data, as it could be CSV files, Excel files, SQL. And what is innovative here is that we are using different types of relation to represent complex concepts. For example, ecological relationships like trophic relationships or ancestry relationships. And we call these knowledge graphs. The system is composed of 3 different containers. So one, a relational unit where we store a PostGIS database that is in charge of managing all the relational data, including geospatial data, raster and vector, and the other is a graph database that supports the semantic queries, and it's where we are storing all these knowledge graphs. The central unit would be the one where we have the API and all the libraries that are implementing these data structures, the graph data structures, or the knowledge graph. We can interact with the system using Python, Jupyter notebooks, or command line tools. We're going to give an example here. So suppose that this is a biome. And then in the biome, we have some occurrences of some organisms. The occurrences are there 4 points, but are of certain species. And the species are, there is a taxonomy of the species, so we can derive from these occurrences the taxonomic tree. The taxonomic tree is a graph representation. It's a type of graph. So therefore, it's a subtree or a subgraph of the big knowledge graph where we are storing all the data. In this case, this knowledge graph, we have different colors indicating the different taxonomic level. But we can see that here is the birds node, and they have all the different or several different orders of birds going to families, genus, and species. And we can see here that species are also connected to these blue nodes, which are of the type cell as in the space. So the cells form lattice, spatial lattice, and they are connected by the relation is neighbor of. We can aggregate these structures using different measurements of diversity, for example, richness, abundance, evenness, and so on. But moreover, we saw that each cell can represent, for example, a tree, and therefore we have a different taxonomic tree on each cell. And because each cell has associated a polygon, we can also extract environmental information from here. This information, we can generate it as, or extract it as tables, and we can use it for spatial analysis or for ingesting other types of species distribution networks, for example. We can also aggregate these structures by scales. In this case, we have like on each cell, a particular local tree of life, and we can merge it because remember that each tree is a subtree. So we can merge together these different trees to build a bigger tree at a bigger scale. And therefore we can compare how is beta diversity, for example, gamma diversity between the big scale to check the big and the small scale. Well, that would be it. Thank you very much. This is the paper. And this is the repository where we have all the code. Thank you very much.